You know, Steve,
Yeah.
sometimes you just gotta cut loose. Footloose. And
Kick off your Sunday shoes.
You know what? The next time anything bad happens in Lancaster City, I'm going to be like, you know what? We got to ban dancing.
Whoa, that's what you learned from Footloose?
That's what I learned from Footloose. We got to stop this dancing stuff. It's getting ridiculously out of hand. I'm with John Lithgow on this one.
But, you know, before they had a dance, they were doing crazy rebel stuff. And after they had a dance...
No more tractor chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't know that. The movie ended with the dance. So
The
they
movie
could be even more enabled now.
As soon as the movie stopped, they got out the liquor and drugs.
Yeah, that's when all the liquor and drugs.
And
they turned the cameras off. They didn't film them.
They're like, all right, everybody, put your phones in the bag.
It made you think it was glitter at the end. It was actually pure cocaine they were sprinkling from the ceiling.
Cocaine and meth just mixed together.
Yeah. No.
Just like powderized meth.
They're like,
I'm here to dance.
I'm cutting Footloose.
I can't feel my legs, but I'm sure I'm footloose.
You're gonna need a bigger boat. I lied.
Touch the butt.
The Force will be with you, always. Why is the rum always gone? Go ahead. Make my day.
Why don't we start off with a nice... Somebody come in with a... Whoa, whoa, whoa.
some footloose. Yeah.
Good job, Michael. Welcome back to Every Film in the Book.
I hate us.
This week, we expose Steve to the wonderful world of Footloose, with Kevin Bacon, which he has never seen before.
I'm
Boo. Boo, hiss, boo, hiss, boo.
This is one of those rarities that I haven't actually seen this.
He's seen hundreds, nay, thousands of movies.
I've written them all down.
And
it's a big list.
And he has not seen Footloose. Surprise, surprise.
I mean, look at me. Why would I don't go for Footloose.
I'm not footloose at all.
I'm all about the rules.
Say you can't dance without saying you can't dance.
You can't dance. No.
You're good at dancing, Steve.
We had a step-by-step guide on how to dance.
I feel like that...
It was more of a montage.
Like swinging from rafters. I don't know if that's like dancing. I don't know if that's like dance move, you know? Like the disco thingy. That's a move. I saw him do that.
That's the advanced level.
Oh.
That's after your first year of
You
dance.
start using the environment to your dancing.
Yeah, there's this thing that dancers do called acrobatics.
Acrobatics. Yeah, he was an acrobat.
Learn to flip while you do a dance, and then you flip around, and then you dance a little bit more. I never did the flippy dancing.
See, I was never exposed to the flippy dancing. I guess I grew up in Footloose Town.
I only danced in warehouses.
Yeah.
It's like acro jazz.
By the pale moonlight. Yeah, so Footloose. I don't know how I feel. I feel happy because there was dancing.
Watch your mouth, Steve. You watch your mouth.
It is a classic, and there's more to it than just everybody cut Footloose.
I feel like everybody thinks it's way lighter fare than it is. Like,
it's
this
movie's
decently
intense.
heavy, but everybody just remembers the singing and dancing. But it was like,
Did you remember the domestic violence?
I didn't.
I didn't.
I didn't, and I was not comfortable.
Yeah, I'm sitting here. I'm like, I thought this was a movie about dancing. Why are we hitting our daughters? What the hell?
And our girlfriends.
And our girl. That was
and
a
then
full,
each other.
Like,
There's a lot. There's quite a bit of violence for a dancing movie.
I thought we were back in Roadhouse for a second. There was so much fighting.
It was a little Roadhouse-esque.
It was a lot of bloody noses. That one guy got bloodied up pretty good.
There's probably more blood in this than there was in the 80s Roadhouse.
Oh.
Yeah, actually.
100%.
Now that I think about it. Yeah, but it didn't have Swayze.
Well, there was so much pent-up anger in this town. They've been stifled artistically, creatively for so long. that when they just fist fought all the time.
They couldn't let loose.
They couldn't.
Footloose.
They couldn't.
You would almost say they were stuck in their Sunday shoes. They really needed to kick them off, you know? My God.
How many times? They played that song 3 times in its entirety.
Well, I mean, you did make a good point. Like, it was the 80s.
Yep.
Like, they paid for a song. You're going to hear the whole freaking
whole
song.
song.
It's not just like a mashup of, like, random songs.
Well,
No.
something like I don't think about that much. So when Danielle said that, I was like, yeah. They just play 15 seconds of
Yeah.
songs nowadays,
Yeah,
and then it
yeah.
goes back into the soundtrack or whatever.
Yeah, you get like the chorus of like "Hooked on a Feeling," and then it's like, all right, no, we're back to
And
we're back
it
to the
fades
movie.
away.
It was kind of nice that like some of the scenes were a whole song,
Yeah,
and it was kind of neat to see a longer scene.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
period.
We don't get
Just
a lot
period.
of those.
There's no 7-minute scenes in movies anymore. Like they just don't do that.
I mean, in all fairness, a lot of these 7-minute scenes were Kevin Bacon just going like,
Yeah,
I'm
the
emotion.
Yeah, and that's why we watch the movie.
the
Obviously.
iconic,
The iconic Kevin Bacon looks.
the solo dance.
Ugh.
That's kind of what everybody remembers. I feel like from Footloose
I
is
only-
that and the like prom at the end.
I only knew it because of the Andy Samberg movie where he's like, after I punch danced out my rage in a wooded glen.
I think there's also a Family Guy
Yeah,
Oh,
they,
yeah.
of it,
everybody
A
seems to
ton of
parry
stuff.
that like one scene.
and somehow Steve
Has
I still
never
haven't
seen
seen
it.
Footloose.
until today.
He
Well-
can quote it. He can sing the song.
Well, I mean, I've been to a wedding before, and everybody plays Footloose because you gotta cut loose. You know, you gotta put your feet on the ground, and then you gotta turn it around, and then you gotta cut. I'm sorry, I'm
That's
done.
exactly what you're supposed to do. They explain it really well. That's exactly what you're supposed to do.
But yeah, I mean, the premise of the movie,
It's hilarious. It's,
Yeah.
it's hilarious. It's
like, I feel like that's the most extreme path to like, let's cut off dancing. It's because people were shooting, what did you say, buckshot at each other, and then they drove off a bridge, and they're like, no more dancing. It's like, what the fuck?
no, I was lying to your face
Oh.
about shooting each other.
That
But no,
doesn't
the reverend of the church in town, his son was one that got hit off of a bridge because there was people were driving on that bridge listening to rock and roll.
and it's always the rock and roll.
Well, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I have to turn the music down to like just really check where I am in the car. I was like, wait, where do I have to turn right? Hold on, let me turn
A
down.
half
the-
a mile before your turn, you turn. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. See, there's something to that, but I don't get where you get the dancing from it. Like,
Well, they just religiously cleansed the whole town, and so
Oh.
no loud music, no dancing, no drugs, no alcohol,
No drugs.
curfew, no drugs,
None of
no
them
alcohol.
drugs.
Boy, they said that a lot.
Yeah, there was a lot of boss.
Because would he be testing us if it was easy?
I mean,
He wouldn't.
I feel like I go most of my days without dancing. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, but every once in a while you need a little
You just
reverend.
gotta-
You need a little reverend fire and brimstone to wake you up.
I'm pretty sure I dance a little bit every day, even if it's
Yeah.
just when I like take a bite of my food and I do a little.
Yeah, do a little. This is a good dance.
I was dancing in the pool earlier.
Yeah, well,
We went to the pool.
that is true. Pools are good for dancing.
Summer of fun.
Check our
You got
Insta.
it here.
check our Insta. It's a shameless plug. Let's get it.
We need to start doing shameful plugs.
Shameful plugs.
Steve, take your pants off.
Oh God. John Lithgow.
Footloose. Footloose.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's exactly what I expected, and it's also like, yeah, this is. I probably won't go back.
Oh, come on.
Seriously, you're never
It's a
gonna.
classic.
You're never gonna have that. Like, you know what? I could go for a Footloose watch right now.
It's just that, like, movies back then, they're so boring. It's like, no, I don't.
There was
I don't know how to word this.
there was multiple fist fights. There was dance
Yeah,
battles.
but even the fist fights are boring.
Somebody learned how to dance. There was a love triangle for a little while. There was a reverend preacher changing a town. They were burning books. A lot went on in this movie, Steve.
A lot did go
Gee
on. I
whiz.
also agree with
It's
Steve.
kinda boring.
That like
It's
yeah,
very boring.
yeah, 80s movies and kind of around that time.
Yeah.
They all just feel like they move so much slower than movies
Oh, 'cause they-
today.
Well, yeah,
Because they do.
Because again, you get the long scenes and it's great. It it's something to look at. But when 7 minutes of it is is mostly silence and people just looking at each other after like 1 minute of dialogue being like, yeah, Slaughterhouse-Five was a great book. And they're like, no, Tom Sawyer was a great book. And then he's like, next scene. It's like, okay, like you don't have to do that many dramatic pauses.
Yeah. I mean, we're just so spoiled with Marvel movies
Just
moving a million miles per hour.
Attention span.
Yeah.
No one has one. So
TikTok,
Steve likes the flashy movies.
I like when colors go boing.
It's like comparing, the original Star Wars to today's Star Wars. They move at different speeds.
Very different paces.
Different speeds.
And again, it's a classic. So
and
it's
you had to shove Star Wars in Footloose, so you just had to.
Honestly, Kevin Bacon is a pretty good metaphor for Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, it always comes back to Star Wars.
Kid from a small town coming to save the small rebellion against the tyrannical empire.
Earth doesn't have 2 moons, Steve. Earth only has 1 moon.
Well, we've never been to Oklahoma, so they could have 2 moons. We don't know.
Yeah, and
I don't want to speculate.
I heard there's no dancing there, and I'm trying to get Footloose.
Yeah, well, here in wherever we live, I'm not going to tell you.
Tell me who's also here.
Yeah, we can dance. We can go out dancing whenever we want.
It's allowed.
Yeah. You know what?
You know why?
Why?
Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon saved.
That's why we can dance.
All because of Kevin Bacon?
You had school dances, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
There was the first one.
That was the very first.
Boom.
He was the MLK of school dances. The Rosa Parks? Sorry, no.
He had a dream that the whole town would dance. And by the end of the film, by golly, they did.
Yeah, no, he gave that like little monologue. He's like, this one time, I just want to do something for me. For me, Mom.
It was kind of touching.
Yeah.
But
without
the acting.
Well, did his dad die? Or did his dad just leave?
He left because he says he left or whatever.
Right.
But
he left and then died. I don't know. Whatever.
It could have been both. He died, then he left.
He went out for a pack of smokes, got Footloose, and then never came back.
She killed him.
Oh, my God.
Told him he ran off.
That would have been a fun end of that monologue. He's like, Ma, I just wanted to do something for me. And she's like, son, I wanted to do something for me once.
And I did.
I killed your father.
That's why we're here. And this is why you can't dance.
Now we're on the run, so please stop drawing attention to our family.
We're actually fugitives.
Also, the random brick going through their window.
Yeah, a little bit something else going on there.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think this is a town anymore. This is a cult.
That one, the brick going through the window felt slightly tyrannical. It's like, not the bricks through the windows.
Yeah.
They mean business.
I mean,
and I bet I know who's throwing the brick.
Yeah, but like, they take dancing so seriously that they're going to chuck a brick through your window.
Well, that's kind of the other side where the town starts burning the books and throwing bricks through windows. And,
right.
He kind of, the Reverend, he can see that it's going in a bad direction.
Yeah, it's a bad.
And that's why he decides at the end that we have to let go.
And all the town is totally okay with it. There was no pushback to this whatever. But once John
the guy
looked
actually
out,
came back and got the brick after they let him dance.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry about that.
I didn't realize you guys were cutting Footloose in here. I'll take my brick and go.
Before the law changed,
Oh, my God.
But what do you think? Scale of 1 to 10, where would you put Footloose in the realm of 80s dance movies?
Well, it's like the only.
That is a category.
Yeah.
It's the only 80s dance movie I think I've seen.
Oh, really?
Pretty proudly.
We're going to have to get on them, you know, Dirty Dancing.
Yeah, I've never seen Dirty Dancing.
Oh,
I just know they put Baby in a corner.
Yeah.
I've never seen
Ghost?
Is that a dance movie?
I think we're thinking of the same movie. Yeah.
With Patrick Swayze? And he dies?
Most of them are with Patrick
Most
Swayze.
of them,
Oh, yeah. Okay, good point.
If it's not Kevin Bacon, it's...
Yeah, he's most of the genre.
That's fair.
Yeah, these are classic movies.
Yeah, well, I feel like if you don't watch them in like middle school and high school and they first awaken your hormones, then it's like...
That's what did it.
It's like, what am I watching here?
It's like, what happened? He watched Footloose too early.
So what Steve is saying is this movie wasn't exciting enough for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nobody got shot.
Hey.
There was no explosions.
There were a couple man butts, though.
There were men. Okay.
Locker
you know
room
what?
scene.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
You know what? Now that you say that.
You know what? I will cut Footloose any day of the week now, just for that man butt scene.
Well, I'm glad you saw it, Steve.
Yeah, I mean,
Finally.
it was worth a watch, and I'm glad it's finally in my repertoire of movies that I've seen.
Movie 3,781.
Yes. Footloose.
It's a great lighthearted summer fun movie. Look at
Wow.
that. It's like we did it on purpose.
Now we're going to have to sprinkle glitter everywhere and just
Right?
get
As
the
you say,
hell
who's
outta
cueing
here.
the glitter? Where's the glitter?
Glitter. All right.
Here, just see.
In 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, just add this in post.
Yeah.
Oh, my hair went flying. Hopefully
All
the
right.
camera caught that.
Footloose.
All right, guys. We will catch you next time for the EFB Summer of Fun. In the meantime, make sure you're cutting Footloose.
Footloose.
I don't know the rest of
Kick
the
me
words.
There's only a
Sunday
couple rhymes.
Shoes. Yeah. I would like to go drink juice.
We're going to get copyright struck.
Yeah, we were singing too perfect.
It was too good. Note for note.
Well, bye.
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 Wait.
Oh, oh,
And right now we're singing to Footloose, but our music's going to be playing.
oh,
You're gonna need a bigger boat. I lied.
You touched the butt.
The force will be with you. Always. Why is the rum always gone? Go ahead. Make my day.